All right. Well, it's my pleasure to be with you guys today. It's time for 7 Minutes with 7Signal, where we take a little feature and unpack it in 7Signal and show off how it can have a huge impact in your organization. So let's go. As you can see here, I'm in Mobileye, and Mobileye is the product that we use in order to help us identify device problems, in addition to other things, but really specified on how are my devices doing their job. So let's dive in and take a look around. The first thing that I would do is I'd come over here and I'd run this report. All right, you see this right here? We've got this interesting report, the inventory report. These are all of the different client devices that we have Mobileye running on. And boy, I'll tell you, it is crazy. It's a mixed bag. We think that we have a relatively homogeneous device environment, but we don't. Look at all of the different models of MacBooks we have, the different versions of adapters and drivers. Let's get down here to Windows and check this out. Not only do we have Lenovo's, but we have Dell computers as well. Different makes and models, different kinds of adapters and different versions of that adapter, making it very, very confusing with regards to which configurations are the ones that work the best. Well, let's take a look at another report in order to unpack that. What I would do next is I would go to our roaming problems report. We just learned that devices make those decisions. And so now what we've done is we've actually got a list here of every adapter driver combination that 7Signal sees out there with its software. And we have ranked them according to how well or how poorly they perform from a roaming perspective. So as you can see here, I mean, it's just remarkable. And we've ordered these, like I said. Another thing that I like to do is I like to sort by adapter. And when I do that, for instance, I can come down here and I can see, wow, look, I've got the same adapter with different versions. Which is the best version? Well, based upon our calculations, we can see which adapter is or which driver is having the problem and which one is not. I may also be saying to myself, my goodness, I've got the 22.70 and the 22.40 and the 22.60, and down here is the 22.80. Which is the latest and greatest version of the driver? Well, that's why I keep this shortcut handy. Jim provided it to you as well in his presentation, but right here, I like to always keep tabs on what is the latest and greatest from Intel, and they have this wonderful website that assists with this. And as you can see, with Windows 11 coming out, there's going to be updates, right? So you can see down here, this is the latest and greatest version for Windows 10 and Windows 11. Let's go back into 7Signal here for a moment. If I run across a situation like this where I say, you know what, I would like to get the clients at this configuration upgraded to the latest and greatest, what would I do? Who has this configuration? Well, I'm just going to click on the adapter right here, and it's going to provide me a nice little list of those people who have that configuration. And then what I would do is I would export this report by clicking this right here, email it off to my device team with a little note that says, could you please upgrade these folks to the latest and greatest version 22.80? I think it's going to help them out significantly based upon the information that I've received from 7Signal. Now let me show you one other thing. While I'm in here, okay, as we can see, this guy in the time period selected is having some roaming problems. Let's take a look at what those roaming problems look like from 7Signal's perspective. So I'm going to click on the number 4, indicating 4 instances of a problem in the little slice of time that I've selected. And here we go. It doesn't look horribly severe, but the idea here is that I'm continually monitoring the signal strength of this device, the connected signal strength. And as you can see in this case, it's at minus 71.5. At the same time, using the scan data provided by the operating system of the person's computer, I can see or hear all of the neighboring access points all around. And in fact, there is a better option at minus 48, pretty much right overhead. Now, in this case, we would say to ourselves, if the person was complaining, I would say, this is not a Wi-Fi network problem. We've got a good design here, don't we? Minus 48, it's right near you. But in fact, we have a device problem. We have a device that decided to stick and not roam to the better option. Now, granted, this is just one little dot, doesn't look like a horrible issue by any means. By the same token, what we are looking for are issues that are happening over and over and over again. When I see a bunch of red or yellow dots in a row, then that's cause for alarm. Another way to take a closer look at these problems is to go over here to our platforms report. And when I do this, what it does is it just kind of highlights the configurations that seem to have sticky clients. And then once again, for the time period selected, I can just kind of go to the outer rim here, click on that, and in doing so, identify the device that's having these roaming issues. And then if I can, take steps accordingly. The last thing that I'd like to show you guys, let's go back over to our reports and go to 90-day inventory. We were talking earlier today about how important it is to identify, do these devices that I have on my network support all of the channels that are out there? For instance, the DFS channels. It's really hard to figure out unless you've got this. Check it out. This is the 90-day inventory report, and as you can see right here, it shows all of my devices and the last channel that they were on. What I can do is I can export this report. Let's do it. I'm going to click that. I'm going to open this guy up. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up this last channel column, as you can see, and I'm going to do a sort. And now I can actually see all of the different channels. Look at that, guys. I can see all of the different channels that my devices are connecting to and then make some determinations accordingly. It's like, whoa, why am I never seeing these channels but always seeing those channels, right? So just another little handy tip for how you would use the system to inform your decisions about what devices to purchase, what devices to upgrade. So that's it, guys. That's our time together with 7 minutes for 7Signal. And remember, we can't see or hear Wi-Fi, but 7Signal can.